Let's do it. Boom. Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is a blue collar wine show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. This is quite a lineup, as you can see. What we're doing is a tasting of Wagner Family wines. Now, Wagner Family, I think I did an episode a few years back on the Wagner Family wines. I'm going to go for all of them this time. We'll go through them. We'll see where they stand. Wagner Family is famous for Caymus, but there's the father Chuck, Charlie his son, and Jenny his daughter. He has other kids that are involved in the winery, but these two make wine. Jenny and Charlie are winemakers in the family, so they're kind of keeping the family tradition going. Caymus is famous. Meiomi, they sold that lineup. You can only imagine how much money they got for Meiomi. It's a very, very popular Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. But we're going to get right into this. I'm very curious about these wines. Emolo is Jenny's project. She does an Emmolo Sauvignon Blanc and a Merlot, which we don't have here. And I'm not sure if she's behind the Emmolo Sparkling or not. But I tried to do some research on that. I couldn't find out. It could be Chuck. It could be her. I'm not sure. It doesn't mention that specifically. We just started right away with the Emmolo 2020 Emmolo Sauvignon Blanc. Rolls in at $22. As you all know, I'm very picky about Sauvignon Blanc, so I'm very interested in trying this wine. I'm picky about Sauvignon Blanc because some California Sauv Blanc can be kind of insipid, kind of flabby, too much sunshine, not enough acidity. $22. Let's see what we get on the nose. Grape seed and apple? You mean just a hint of like Myers lemon? Yeah, just a little bit of citrus, a little bit of apple, a little bit of grape seed. Let's see what we get on the palate. Color, clear as you would expect. Getting real herbal notes on this one. Good acidity, which I like. A little bit of a minerality, which is very interesting. It feels like minerality for sure in the mouth. That's what I meant. I'm getting apple skin, pear skin, apple skin. Good balance. Solid acidity, nice and fresh. A little bit of melon coming through on the backside. I like that herbal quality, and the minerality are excellent. I think it's a very good Sauvignon Blanc, $22. When you look at some of the big boys like Duckhorn, Peugeot, those guys, they're more than that. I think that's fairly priced. I'm going to go BB plus on that Sauvignon Blanc. Let's move on. This is the Mer Soleil. This is Charlie's project. He's involved in Mer Soleil, and he oversees Condrumm. And a lot of you are familiar with Condrumm. Mer Soleil Silver Chardonnay, Monterey County, California. This rolls in at $18. This is unoaked Chardonnay. I hope I got that right. Give it a little bit of a rinse. So they changed the bottle on this, which, guys, and get big up to the Wagner family for doing that. They used to put it in like a clay type bottle, and it always kind of bothered me, and then they've changed up, and I think that's a good move on their part. So golden color, kind of almost a hay color. A little bit golden, get it away from that gold curtain. Yeah, very light, as you would expect. Let's see what we get on the nose. Interesting nose, a little bit of fig coming through. Pear and fig. Yeah, definitely pear and fig tones coming through on this one. That's about it for me. So, decent bouquet. Let's see what we get on the palate. I like the Chardonnay. Creamy mouthfeel, so he obviously does a little bit of ML, malolactic fermentation. which is where you take the mallow acid, like green apple, that sort of thing, and turn it into malic acid, like milk. You got the picture. A nice balance, creamy mouthfeel, but nice and fresh as well. The pear notes come through big time. In fact, it's like biting into a nice ripe pear. I like it. There's a floral component that comes through, a white flower component that comes through on the mid palate. The finish is nice and long, delicious. It's a delicious wine. This is what we call a 10 in the delicious category. It's a really good wine, well made. If you don't like oaky Chardonnay, you'll love this. That ML gives it that nice creamy mouthfeel, but it's still fresh, good acidity, well balanced Chardonnay. I like that. I don't think I've ever tasted the Mer Soleil Silver, so I'm excited about this wine. $18 is a fair price. Really, really solid Chardonnay. I'm going to go B+, A-. Let's move on. Now, this is a fairly new one for them, I believe. The Emolo Method Traditionnel Sparkling Wine. It rolls in at $40. There you go. Sparkling wine's not an easy project, and I'm not sure who's exactly behind this. It could be Jenny. She's in the Amolo lineup, but I couldn't find it on their website. So let's see what we get on the nose. Again, same color as the Mer Soleil Silver. Nice hay straw color. Let's see what we get on the nose. Not a huge bouquet on this one. Of course, I'm not drinking it out of a champagne flute, but you can drink sparkling wine out of a glass like this. Getting interesting. There is an interesting note coming through on this. A little nutty on the nose. There it is. We get a little marzipan as well. There it is. There's definitely kind of an apple pear thing going on as well. Let's see what we get on the palate. Wow. It reminds me of Veuve Clicquot from the old days. Veuve's changed a little bit in their flavor profile. This has that kind of marzipan, nutty, fig component that you like in those types of Chardonnay. I mean, sparkling wine. There's pear notes, apple notes, a little marzipan, a little fig. This is a really good sparkling wine. Seriously. Good weight on the palate, fresh, good acidity, nicely made sparkling wine. Method Traditionnel means they make it like they do in champagne. Wow. This is a really, really good sparkling wine. And I'm very impressed with it. Nice addition to their lineup. Wow. The nutty kind of fig, kind of marzipan thing hangs on for... I'm still tasting this thing, guys. I think a lot of champagne heads, bubble heads, would love this sparkling wine from California. I'm going to go straight up A. Hedging towards A+. I like my bubbles. This is a very good one. Let's move on. Wow, impressive. SeaSun, California Chardonnay 2018. There's non-vintage, I think, on the Emolo sparkling wine. Excuse me for digressing, but yeah. 62% Chard, 32% Pinot Noir. I forgot to read that in the bag. That's pretty interesting. Very, very well made. I'm impressed, guys. So this is 2018 SeaSun California Chardonnay. This rolls in at $18. This would be Charlie Wagner's project. And it's nice to see the kids getting involved in the winemaking process too. $18 SeaSun. We sometimes joke about Wagner because some of the reds, you know, like the Condrumm red, has a really huge, big fruit forward, I call it brown sugar quality to it. Oftentimes you can get that in some of the Wagner wines. But so far, these wines have been stellar. Let's see what we get on those. It's, again, straw to golden color on this one. Well, you can smell butter and baking spice, for sure. There's an interesting, I'm barely catching it. It's almost like roasted tropical fruit notes, which is interesting. With the butter and the baking spices. Let's see what we get on the palate. Interested in trying this. I've never tried SeaSun Chardonnay. It's buttery. It fades away fairly quickly on the backside of this wine. The butter hangs on. You have that nice pear kind of... I get tropical fruits on this. I'm trying to put a finger on what it is. A little bit of mango maybe. A little bit of pineapple. There's a lot of pear. I like this wine. I mean, a lot of you would like it. It's buttery, which a lot of people like. Butter Chardonnay, Rombauer. It's that style. But it fades on the mid palate, kind of disappears. Up front, you get that all those flavors I was talking about, and then all of a sudden just kind of plays Casper and is gone. Not my favorite of the lineup so far. It's okay, non-offensive. It's a reasonable price, 18 bucks. I'm gonna go pass on that though. I'm gonna go C to C+. A little average, kind of a little better than average, but not great. Let's move on. This is the Mer Soleil, again, Charlie Wagner. This is the 2019 Monterey County Santa Lucia Highland Reserve Chardonnay. This rolls in at $26. A lot of people are familiar with Mer Soleil. It's nice to taste Chardonnay again. I haven't really shot a Chardonnay episode in a long time, so it's good to try these. What we get color on this is, again, these are all that kind of straw golden color. Let's see what we get on the nose. The old sparkling wine. This has a really interesting spice tone on the nose. I definitely get pineapple, pear, and there's a spice that's coming through. It's like almost like an Indian spice on the nose. But I'm definitely getting the pineapple and pear on this one. Let's see what we get on the palate. Nice balance. I like the Chardonnay. Good balance. Nice creaminess in the palate, but has fresh acidity underneath. It doesn't go over the top in any way. It kind of stays balanced. Good integration of fruit and acidity. I'm getting pineapple, pear, little sweet tones on the backside. A little fruit forward. Little hit of butter, but it's not a big butter bomb by any means. But I think it would satisfy the palate of those who like buttery Chardonnay. Of course, I love the Santa Lucia Highlands for Chard. And this has just great balance. It's just an easy to drink. This is a dangerous Chardonnay. You open this, start drinking it, it'll be gone before you know it. That's what I'm talking about here. I like the finesse this Chardonnay has. Well balanced. Again, I'm not going to say that again. I keep saying it, but it does have that balance. And I like the finesse that it has. It doesn't pop you in the face with fruit. Your palate. It's not too buttery. It's just got that nice in-between balance with that pineapple. I'm getting a little bit of pear in there, and I really like it. I'm going to go B+, A- on that. Now, to the SeaSun Pinot Noir 2019 California. This rolls in at $20. I ran this at the store for a while. Curious to retry it. It's been a while. So there's all kinds of Pinot Noir lovers out there. I don't know where you fall. In fact, make a comment. Where do you fall on the Pinot Noir scale? Do you like the Burgundy style Pinot Noirs? Do you like the heavier California style with a little bit of that California sunshine on them? Do you prefer Willamette Valley Pinot Noirs? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious where you're at on that. Real dark in color, darker than most Pinot Noir that you will see. Definitely is not claiming to be Willamette Valley or Burgundy. Let's see what we get on those. I'm getting definitely cherry notes, big time. Cherry notes, a touch of brown sugar. Just saying. I get a little bit of clam. I hate clam in my red wines. You would, if you ever want to come and talk to me at the store about what I mean by clams, I'll pull one out and show you what I mean. And maybe you'll get it. I think my assistant Scott just finally realized what I meant by clams. Whether you understand my quirky little palate thing, I don't know. So there's dark cherries, a touch of brown sugar. It's avoiding the clam, but it's hedging toward clams. You get a little earth, though. I like the earth notes I'm getting on that. Let's see what we get on the palate. Better than I remember from last time I tried it. It's fruit forward. It has the California love handles on it, that sunshine. Ripe cherries, a little bit of root beer coming through on this. Maybe a little bit of cola as well. Nice balance. Doesn't go over the top of the fruit. I'm impressed with that. Soft tannins. Good weight in the palate, but it finishes cleaner than I expected. Just saying. I like the earth notes that kind of come through. I get just a hint of Asian spices, which is always very cool. Yeah, I can see this would be a nice transition Pinot Noir for somebody that, you know, doesn't necessarily lean towards Burgundy, likes Willamette Valley Pinot Noir, maybe diving into California a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with this Pinot Noir. The spices kind of linger on the backside. I think it has great balance. I know guys that if they like Burgundy are not going to like this wine, but you know, it's not made for those guys that like Burgundy wines. It's not made for those guys who like more lean, austere type Pinot Noirs. But it's definitely well made. Yeah, I like it. I do. I honestly like this Pinot Noir for what it is. It's from California. It's $20. It's pretty good. I'm going to go B-. There you go, the Wagner family. They've been doing this a long time. Caymus is very famous. Has a nice ring to it. Caymus is famous. And many of the wines they do, I'm particularly impressed with this sparkling wine. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm, I think, 15 away from 500. Tell your friends about it. I'd like to hit that 500 mark. Don't have to, but I'd like to. That'd be kind of a cool thing to hit. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.